Okay, you've asked a lot of times. We'll do Stanton County. So today, we're going to talk about Stanton County, named after the Secretary of War, Edwin M. Stanton. So, like a lot of our western counties, Stanton was a prominent member of Lincoln's cabinet and vitally responsible for a Union victory during the Civil War. Stanton is going to be born in relative obscurity. His parents are both Quakers, and actually one of his parents is a Quaker. And then when when his father marries his mom, he actually gets kicked out of his organization because he married a non-Quaker. Stanton is going to become a lawyer relatively young in his life. He's going to get married, and unfortunately, he's going to have a daughter who dies, who he dotes on, who dies relatively young, and his wife is later going to pass away. Stanton does not come off as a typical political figure. He does make some headway with some very prominent politicians. In fact, he is going to be a member of Buchanan's cabinet as well. James Buchanan was the president who was kind of responsible for the South seceding and did nothing to stop it. And if anybody asks me who I think the worst president in the history of the United States was, James Buchanan. Dude sucked. If this gets taken down for bullying because I said James Buchanan sucked as a president, I'm going to be really, really mad. As a lawyer, Stanton's going to be famous because he is the first defense attorney to successfully use the insanity plea to defend a client. A dude killed another dude who his wife was having an affair with, and then he got him off by claiming he was temporarily insane. So there you go. Later, as the Attorney General for James Buchanan towards the end of his presidency, he is going to come out forcefully against the acts of secession that are occurring in the South and is trying to push Buchanan to do anything. Buchanan was sympathetic to the South and kind of wanted them to rebel, so Buchanan's a butthead. During the first 2 years of Abraham Lincoln's presidency, a gentleman by the name of Cameron is the Secretary of War. Lincoln does not like that Cameron is not aggressive enough, and so he asks for him to be removed. Cameron doesn't want to be removed unless he can be assured of secession, so Stanton is named as the Secretary of War. Stanton is going to be immediately take control of the nation's railroad, telegraph lines, and make sure the Union Army has everything that it needs. He basically becomes the second in command of the military behind Lincoln himself. He does not get along with General McClellan because he shares Lincoln's belief that McClellan is not proceeding fair enough. So when McClellan is reduced in his power, Stanton gains more. Towards the end of the war, Stanton is going to decline several invitations from Lincoln to attend a theater with him, and he was actually invited to be at Ford's Theater the night Lincoln was assassinated. Rushing to his deathbed, he was the only cabinet member present when Lincoln passed away. Later on, Stanton is going to be nominated by Grant to be a member of the Supreme Court, but unfortunately he dies 3 days after being nominated. So, Edwin Stanton, Stanton County. Pretty cool guy.